right. What about this? We call the show because we were going with Red McDonald's Sports Roundup, but what about this? Eastside Dave Network, ESDN.
Oh.
It's the Eastside Dave Network.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think I might actually do that now.
Do the logo looking exactly like ESPN, and wait for a cease and desist.
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in. Right up, 1 second left. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan. Oh, wow. In your life have you seen anything like that? No. Wide right.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go in the end zone. He's going to go in the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. Do you believe in miracles? Yes.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program, where we talk the sports and other stuff, like apples and oranges. People always like comparing the two, but that's like comparing apples to oranges. If I had to compare two fruits, I'd start with Big A and Robert. Anyway, I'm Roy Harder, and now here's your host, Mr. Eastside David McDonald.
Wow, thank you very much. Roy Harder off to a flying start, taking shots. And our beloved producer, Robert, who now will be muting you for the rest of the episode out of spite. He takes things very personally. And Big A Andrew Gold took a shot. Is he even there?
Not yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even there, and you're taking a shot at him. I found that to be a little bit low. Okay, please leave Robert and Big A alone for the next 17 minutes, and then call him a couple of fruits later on. Okay, please.
I can hear those two fruits arguing in the background right now.
No, I can't get into that type of talk. It's too much. We have a very special guest, a guest indeed, who loves all things sports, but specifically, we have the Kentucky Derby coming around. We've got the NFL draft coming around. Baseball season has begun. This is in this gentleman's wheelhouse. I present to you from the Bennington Show in High Society, Chris Pepper Stanley.
Wow. Thank you so much for having me this evening. Oh,
hold on 1 second.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for the applause. I really appreciate it. Yes. And I could talk NFL offseason and the draft. I mean, I got it all. And
we're going to be hitting a little football. I don't bring you on the goddamn show if I don't talk some football with you. Mm-hmm. I'm not bringing in the new Jimmy the Greek for the way he's able to make his sports predictions and also for some of his off-color comments. I am the new Jimmy the Greek, Chris Pepper Stanley.
Yeah, I mean, no, just for the sports prognostication, sure. Right. 56% against the spread last season on lockdown.
That's what I'm saying. For your sports knowledge, for your ability to predict football games.
That's right.
And then, every once in a while, do you say every once in a while? Sometimes a crazy thing slips out.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, fine. Christopher.
Yes.
Big A Andrew Gold is here.
Oh, hey, Big A.
And he was late. And he has to ask you questions. Well, here's the deal.
Yeah.
You don't get to ask questions when you're goddamn tardy, Andy. Now, what's the fucking excuse? And don't think you're going to get a question right off the bat. I'm going to deliberate whether you get any questions for Chris Pepper Stanley the whole goddamn show. How come? Where were you?
I wasn't tardy.
What?
Is he on mic?
Champion, I wasn't tardy. I'm always on time.
You were not tardy for the party?
No.
You were here.
Eat it. Talk into it.
I was here on time, Mr. Champion.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. I wasn't aware. Did anyone hear me ask Andrew, a question, and he'd just say silent, and then there was confusion, and then there was he's not here yet?
There was nothing. It's the fog of war on this show tonight. I mean, it's like fucking. We're like in the shit, and I don't know what the hell's going on.
I know.
Big A's coming out of the trees.
I know.
Maybe he just didn't know what tardy meant.
It's fine. Doesn't matter. Andrew, since apparently you were not tardy, you will be getting to ask Chris Pepper Stanley a question or two. If you're good, we have a lot to talk about. Okay, Chris. The big buzz today in the sports world is there's going to be a race war because of the women's basketball championship for some reason.
Yes, I saw that.
So apparently America is ready for Civil War Part 2. It's got nothing to do with any politician or political party or agenda. It's got everything to do with a taunting at the end of a women's hoops game. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but this is actually the truth. In their victory with LSU, their player, Angel Reese, gave the John Cena, "You can't see me," to Iowa star Caitlin Clark. There it is. Now, everyone hates Angel Reese right now because as she's doing this, her team's about to win a championship. There she is pointing at the hand saying, "I've got a ring," and you don't. And then she's looking, "You can't see me. My time is now. Hit the horn in the front of the hall. You can't see me. My time is now."
But also the white girl also did that to her during the game, I believe, right? Didn't that happen where she fucking...
The white girl, so I've investigated this. Caitlin Clark. By the way, my friend's sister is named Caitlin Clark, by the way. So I don't think it's the same person.
Oh,
but Caitlin Clark apparently was doing the Cena, but it was to a different team on Friday. Does that matter? She never did the "you can't see me" to LSU.
Oh, no. I mean, regardless of who's wrong, I mean, this is just NCAA basketball.
Yeah.
And there's no need for a race war, everyone.
Yeah.
No need for a race war.
What made me chuckle this morning is all of the millions and millions of comments by people who never watch women's college basketball, you fucking dirty liars. Stop it.
See, the thing
Nobody
is,
watches that.
Elon Musk has fucking, said anybody who's banned comes back. So now, like, there's a fucking giant contingent of Twitter that's just white supremacy. And they just feel they're out in the open and they can fucking just tweet whatever they want. And it's fucking batshit.
First of all, what are we talking about? Our country celebrates trash talk. Our country celebrates people giving a little guff. Our country is all about the fucking Charles Barkleys, the Larry Birds, the Michael Jordans, the people
Ocho
who talk.
Cinco. Wrong, different sport, but still talk shit.
Absolutely. Ocho Cinco to Terrell Owens. No matter who.
Can I ask an applicable question?
Please.
Is this some sort of white supremacy thing now? I don't understand.
John Cena, the wrestler, says, "You can't see me." It's like, I'm so good that you can't even see me. I'm like a blur.
That's
motherfuckers.
That's already idiotic. That's already idiotic to begin with.
No, best gimmick ever.
Roy's just angry. Roy's race war is against the Cena family.
Yeah,
he's gonna be.
Hey, he just retired at WrestleMania. I heard
him and his awful hairdo.
Yeah.
Just because he's losing it on the back doesn't mean you have to grow it long.
I noticed that. I saw that. There was like a shot.
Davey Mac crew cut. Hey, have some fucking class.
Didn't Cena used to have a crew cut?
Yeah, of all the people, he's the guy who had a crew cut since he's like 20. He could still be doing the crew cut, and no one would fucking care.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. Do the crew cut.
If John Cena and I could take where I have hair and he could take where he has hair, we'd have one full, complete set of hair.
You're killing your own hair lately. Why don't you do a close-up of yourself and remove your hat?
That's a lot of effort. I'll take off my hat. I just can't get a close-up.
Okay. Chris, look at that.
I love it. It's a great look.
Chris, if he puts glasses on, doesn't he look exactly like Salman Rushdie?
Oh, that's a good look. Salman Rushdie.
I keep telling him he should do this, and they should start talking about the Bible and the Quran and the thing, the Satan.
I'll talk about the Bible.
Satanic verses.
Get a whole bunch of religious heat for our show.
Yeah.
Start burn like a few pages of each holy book.
No,
per show.
don't do that.
We got a fatwa issued against us.
Start
Are
with
you
the
kidding
Quran.
me?
I got it.
Yeah.
I got one downstairs.
You got one? All right, go for it. Yeah, go get it.
Dave, you want to hear about religion? The Second Coming. It's Caitlin Clark. She's the real deal. Did you watch her? That girl can ball.
No, I know. I
She played
heard
with
about.
swagger. She played with confidence. And honestly, I think this is the best thing that could happen for these young ladies. They just got their own television deal. The women's tournament is announced for next year, and it ended with a good guy and a villain. The good guy lost. The, quote, villain who created, all this controversy won, and people are dying to tune in and see what happens next. I think it's the best thing that could have happened.
There is a little truth to the fact that not this many people would be talking about the women's college basketball finals if that incident didn't happen, Christopher.
No, but it is good for hype, except all the racists are turning it into a fucking, it's like a racial thing.
I mean, these people just gotta get lost.
They're children. They're literally children playing a game, right?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
And also doing this and seeing a ring is just nothing. Now, if she goes right into Caitlin Clark's face and just like, hey, you fucking hoe, we just fucking kicked your fucking ass. Now get your skank ass off the court. Like,
now you're talking my language. That's it.
Roy is all of a sudden getting excited by what we're saying. This is how Roy talks in the bedroom. This just doesn't do it
for me. This is like lame.
This wasn't even the biggest incident in the tournament. The girl from Bowling Green got sucker punched by a player from Memphis after the game, and nobody talked about that.
Yeah, then they got charged.
I don't understand why everyone is down on this Angel Reese person. It's like no big deal, for crying out loud. Jesus,
big deal.
Big deal. Yeah, right. Oh my God, that's we had. What was that? We did a sketch called
Man.
Big Deal Man, and he was never impressed by anybody. So
big deal.
Something like I would say, like something happened, and it'd just be big deal.
Big deal.
That wasn't the most complex sketch we ever did. It wasn't the most nuanced.
That's James Joyce of comedy right there.
All right, Andrew. Since you were on time, apparently, you can ask Chris exactly one question right now. Let's keep it normal because I have a lot to talk about. Please.
Mr. Champion.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, big guy.
What are you doing with your right hand? Is that gun? Please just put it down and ask the fucking question, please. Thank you.
Piece at me, man.
Jesus.
We're on Zoom.
It's Big
John
A.
Morant. Hey, big guy.
Do you think Tom Brady has a big penis?
Excuse me?
Asking for a friend named me.
Do I think he has a big? Do I think Tom Brady has a?
Is that who he said? Andrew, is that? Wait, what was the question? Was it about Tom Brady?
Yes.
I thought he said Tom Petty.
Tom Brady with what?
You think Tom Brady has a big penis?
Okay, Chris, you don't have to answer that question if you don't want to. I don't know where that came from. We weren't even fucking talking about football, Andrew.
I bet it's
or
fat.
Penises.
I bet it's fat. I think it's a yes.
You bet it's fat?
I bet it's fat. Yeah.
Brady?
Yeah.
I don't see that.
I think it's thick.
I see more of a pretzel rod. Very, very long. Oh, but extremely thin. Well, that fits who he is. You know what I mean? He seems like he's a very string beanish type of guy.
He's very tall. And
he's very gangly, praying mantis-ish.
Mm-hmm,
so I feel like the dick would be the same. I feel like he has a pretzel rod between the legs.
We're gonna have to disagree on this one, Dave.
We are. Now,
Chris is going tuna cock.
On the men's side of things, UConn plays San Diego State tonight for the men's national championship. Yes. And guess what? Danny Hurley, New Jersey's own Danny Hurley, is the head coach for UConn. And I actually met Danny Hurley once and his brother Bobby Hurley at Bobby Hurley Senior basketball camp in Jersey City when I attended when I was 12 years old. You forget, little Davey Mac was such a southpaw baller. I mean, look at this. Look at this form. I mean, come on. You forget that I'm such a fucking baller that I was good enough to go to basketball camp at Jersey City. And it was Bobby Hurley Senior's basketball camp. Bobby Hurley Senior is just one of 4 high school basketball coaches to be in the Basketball Hall of Fame, by the way. So from there, Bobby Hurley Senior has Bobby Hurley, who then is the star point guard for Duke, wins back-to-back championships with Coach K and Christian Laettner. And Danny Hurley was always looked at as the guy who wasn't the success. He wasn't nearly as successful as the 2 Bobby Hurleys,
Fucking
dad
loser.
or brother.
A loser.
Right. He was the loser of the thing. Even though he had a great career in high school, he had a good career at Seton Hall. I think he averaged around 16 points a game. Had a little bit of time in the NBA, not much. But now he's got a chance to win a national championship as a head coach. I'm loving this story. I'm at New Jersey, and here's how I met him. Bobby Hurley Senior basketball camp in 1990. I'm going there to get 2 kids get into a fight. Bobby Hurley
must have pulled one of these, huh?
Bobby Hurley Jr. grabs one of the kids, and Danny Hurley grabs the other. And then Bobby Hurley Jr. and both of them have thick New Jersey, Jersey City accents.
Oh.
He goes, Bobby Hurley Jr. goes, "You twos are coming with my father." "Who, me? You twos are coming with my father. Let's go." And then Danny Hurley was right there, and he's like, "Let's go. You heard Bobby. You got to see my father. You twos are got to go follow Bobby and my father." Blah, 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 blah. So, I witnessed all of that. I witnessed the Hurleys in their awful Jersey City accents screaming at kids to meet their father. And I'm very proud of that. I feel like that makes me and the Hurley family, in fact, very tight. We're Irish. Hurley, Irish name, McDonald. I feel like we're like the Kennedys and whoever their friends were.
Onassis.
Oh, the Onassis. Yeah, exactly. Do I have a case, Chris?
Are you saying that UConn is a lock?
Oh my God. There is no chance San Diego State wins this game. This is a Davey Mac money back guarantee.
I mean, are you sure? I mean, it's been nothing. The dogs have been barking this madness.
Bro, I got the Jersey pride. I got the Jersey feeling here. Do you understand? When New Jersey strikes me right in the heart, nothing leaves me.
David,
and I'm telling you, Danny Hurley's going to win this.
You just said he was the flutesy of the family, Dave. I'm not feeling confident about this pick.
He was. What I'm saying is before, and by the way,
does he also have an OnlyFans?
By the way,
in my dreams.
By the way, tip-off time tonight is 9:20 p.m. Way to care about the fucking kids who would be interested in college basketball. 9:20 p.m. tip-off time for a fucking college basketball game. What the shit are they doing?
Money, Dave. They want money. They want ads.
You can't possibly get more money starting at 9:20 than you could at 8. That's why they fucking called 8 p.m. prime time.
Dave, I'm not the one who makes these things up. Don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad, Pixie.
Kids can't see the game, Dave.
Like goddamn
kids can't see the game.
Stanley Mac's not going to be able to watch it.
Look, the only thing I'm worried about right now is the second inning of the fucking Cubs-Reds game, because I bet them to get under 1.5 runs in the second.
Why would you bet on regular season baseball? You gambling degenerate.
That's
Can't help it, David.
That's a good impression. That sounded exactly like me.
Thank you. See, everyone? I'm a master impression.
Well, no, but seriously, regular season baseball. Oh my God, what are you, fucking Pete Rose? Why would you bet on regular season baseball?
There's nothing but action going down, man. Fucking every day, and basketball's ending. I mean, it's fucking depressing.
But the NBA playoffs are going to begin. Listen, stick with me here. I told you the New York Knicks were going to the NBA Finals. Well, guess who is right about to wrap up the 5th spot in the Eastern Conference? The New York Knicks. Guess who is 49 and 33 or 46 and 33?
Who?
The New York Knicks.
No way.
They are going to the NBA Finals. They are going to shock the sports world when they win the Eastern Conference. I'm telling you, this is quietly the deepest team in the league. Yeah, I said it. Deepest team in the league. Yeah, I said it.
Is it Randall fucked up? Didn't he have a busted up ankle?
And and it doesn't matter.
It will in the playoffs.
Randall sits down and the fucking team doesn't miss a thing. Jalen Brunson sits out and Emmanuel Quickly's in there scoring 40 points a game, for Christ's sakes. RJ Barrett's out. And then all of a sudden you get Quentin Grimes stepping up or Obi Toppin stepping up.
RJ Barrett sucks. Come on, we all know that.
I mean, listen, if they had traded RJ and Obi for Donovan Mitchell, I would straight up tell you the fucking Knicks would be winning the championship this year. But whatever, I can't concentrate about it. Okay, I got to think about the now.
RJ Barrett's the Danny Hurley of the Knicks.
Well, listen, the guy's averaging around 19, 20 points a game. I can't, but that definitely gets injured a little bit, and I need him to step up even more. But this is a goddamn deep team, dude.
They can't win the East. They can't. I mean, I know you're happy that the Knicks are there, but they can't win the East.
They've also beaten. What about the fact that they're beating good teams? They've beaten the Sixers. They've beaten the Celtics.
Are different. They're not going to beat the Celtics, dude.
They beat the Celtics by 30 a few weeks ago.
It's an outlier. It's a fucking outlier, and you know it.
It was the second win in a row.
Let's be realistic. What do you think about the West?
The Western Conference. First of all, I honestly believe whoever wins the NBA Finals is coming out of the East because it's going to be the Sixers, the Bucks,
the West
or the Celtics with the Knicks possibly being my Magic team. But the West, who's going to win this year? The Warriors? No. I can't believe I can't get behind any team that fucking consistently makes the playoffs and then goes out in the second round, like the Memphis Grizzlies, like the Denver Nuggets. I can't get behind that shit.
Personally, I like the Kings. I love Sabonis. He's fucking great. That's a fun team to watch.
Well, you're right about that.
Do I think they're going to go far? Probably not. I did just lay down fucking a bet on the Lakers to win the West, though, so that's fucking sick.
The Los Angeles Lakers?
Plus 1,000. How could you not fucking... No, plus 1,400.
Because they've sucked this year. That's why. That's how I could not.
I think LeBron drags them through those fucking playoffs.
The only team that has a legitimate chance to beat anyone from the Eastern Conference is a healthy Phoenix Suns. If Durant, Booker, and Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton are all healthy, they'll win. Outside of that, I don't like the Western Conference at all this year. I think it's actually a little bit down.
No, the Bucks and the Celtics, it's theirs to lose. Sorry, Knicks fans.
Bucks and Celtics. Well, okay. And nothing for the 76ers. Joel Embiid.
I know Joel Embiid's great, but I don't think they have it. I think Harden's going to Harden doesn't... I don't trust Harden. I'll fucking say that much.
Harden's a little... he's very lackadaisical with his passes, I notice sometimes. He just kind of flips... I don't know. There's we were always taught chest pass like this, right? Right?
Yeah. Let
me show you.
Show me, Dave. Show me.
Let me show you.
Show me the proper way to do this.
Proper way. Hold on. Stretch.
Go grab your dog.
Stretch.
Good. This is good.
Chris, what do you think about the Heat?
When the host runs away. I love Jimmy Butler, but I don't think they can fucking pull it off. They're kind of falling apart along that.
This is how you have your basketball, okay?
Yeah,
now,
I see it.
What you do with every single time you touch the ball, you get into a triple threat position. Who knows what that means? Let's go. Roy, please explain to me what a triple threat means, please. In terms of basketball, please.
You're under the pick of 3 players.
No, that's it.
No, that's correct. No, Roy's right.
Chris, do you know what a triple threat position means?
I just gamble on basketball. I don't know how anything about it.
Andrew, Robert, I'll go to you last. Big A, Andrew, go.
Yes, Mr. Champion.
Big A, Andrew, go. What is a triple threat position?
Triple.
Jesus Christ. How am I doing a sports show with these motherfuckers?
Listen,
Robert.
Coach.
You can dribble, shoot or pass, Dave.
Thank you.
It's a triple threat. Come on, guys.
Jesus Christ. When I'm like this, guys, I have a perfect position right here where I can put the ball on the floor, I can shoot the rock, or I can pass the ball. I can do one of 3 things. I am a triple threat. But when James Harden passes the ball, he always does a little bit. Ready? You don't do that. Here's how you pass the fucking basketball. You say goodbye to the ball. You go like this. Ready? Ball's here. You say goodbye. See the thumbs? Go down like that. Say goodbye to the ball. We have the ball, and we say goodbye to the ball. We say goodbye to the ball like that. We say goodbye. That's how you pass the goddamn basketball. You say goodbye to the ball. You see what I'm saying? James Harden, meanwhile, very lackadaisical with the passing. This is something that I've been noticing more and more in Sixers games, and I'm telling you, it's going to cost them in the playoffs. So either shape up or ship out, because I'm a southpaw, a left-hander who can fuck up Sixers games. I can do just as good as James Harden. He's lefty, I'm lefty.
You're better than James Harden.
I believe I am better than James Harden, in all honesty.
Yeah. You love strip clubs? Looking fucked up.
I do like that.
Guess what? That Cubs bet cashed. Fucking 1 run. I had 1 to 1.5 in the second.
Yeah. Andrew, you have a question for Christoph? Christoph?
Yes, Mr.
How about you go by Christoph Stanley? That's cool.
No,
Christoph.
If he was Greek.
I'm not from fucking Frozen. There's a Christoph in that, right?
I was thinking more Truman Show, where you're the guy in the moon. You're Ed Harris. Wasn't he Christoph?
Cool. I think so.
Yeah, that's who I see you as, Ed Harris. Okay, go ahead, Andrew.
Hi, Peppa.
Hey.
Angel Gold in the house. Do you know how to get blood stains off the floor of a van? I had a little mishap with my victim. I mean, my...
Your
what?
I mean, with my knee. I scraped my knee. That's the reason for the blood. Get what I said by me killing a hooker in my van was the knee. I scraped the knee.
Okay, it was the knee, Pepper. He covered himself up very quickly. He scraped his knee. Definitely the knee, Chris. Now, do you know? Can you answer? Do you know how to get blood stains out of a van?
Vinegar. I'm gonna guess white vinegar. That could work.
Andrew, vinegar. Try that, okay?
Yes, Mr. Champion.
Okay, great.
WD-40 actually is pretty good for that.
Is that the case?
What's that? What?
Yeah, WD-40 takes blood stains out
and
pretty
you
well.
would know how to get blood stains from a van floor because? Experience?
Never mind.
No, yeah, never mind. Never mind.
I'm gonna say goodbye, David. I'm gonna say goodbye.
Yeah, there's a few people of color who have disappeared in Long Island, and I'm now checking Roy's van. Chris, the WWE and UFC have merged together. Is this a sports story or is this a TV story?
I think it's both sports entertainment. You know what I mean? What's entertainment? Television.
Are people like you know some people who enjoy UFC. I don't watch it a lot. Will the UFC people be cool with this? Because they're all about, our shit is real and it's fucking real. And now all of a sudden you got the WWE involved and maybe they're going to be paranoid that some UFC matches will be fixed or whatnot.
No, that's not going to happen. I mean, they're two separate companies, or they have the one parent company, Endeavor Holdings or whatever. But no, it's two separate entities. Also, they're already betting on fucking wrestling. I was watching WrestleMania last night, and there was a DraftKings commercial with The Miz, and you could bet the over/under on how many times Roman Reigns, how many spears he was going to hit. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
This is the single worst idea in the history of legal sports gambling, to allow people to bet on wrestling. And if there's ever been a better time to get a writer's job at the WWE, I would just go there for exactly 1 month and put my entire salary on the fucking main event and then just fucking leave America and just live out my life as a millionaire.
I was reading the details of it when it first came up, maybe like a month ago or so, and it was like they won't tell the guys in the ring what the outcome is going to be until an hour before the match. I don't know. It sounds dodgy as fuck, but you could have gambled on wrestling like on the overseas books for years now.
Really?
Yeah, you could bet on, like the Rumble winner and like fucking WrestleMania matches and shit.
It's crazy.
I know.
That's insane.
What'd you think of WrestleMania, Dave?
I was disappointed with Roman Reigns beating Cody Rhodes.
You think Vince McMahon's gonna let a fucking Rhodes boy get over fucking under his watch? He hated Dusty.
That is true. Did you see Vince McMahon's mustache? Everyone's talking about.
It's fucking perfect.
The guy is 80 years old, Roy, and
he
decides to this late in the game change up his look to a John Waters type of deal.
Yeah,
John Waters was trending because of fucking Vince.
Well, I mean, that's exactly who he looked like. Robert, can you find Vince McMahon with mustache? Because people got to see this shit.
It's
the
amazing.
fucking weirdest thing and I have to say, to me, it does. It's not that it looks bad. There it is, and that's real.
Yeah, it looks cool, right? I mean,
I know. I was gonna say
Sorry,
it's not
Dave.
that
It took me a second because I thought this was for sure the fake picture. Like I didn't think this could possibly be real. That's why it took me a second to double check.
This is the real picture. And what's hysterical about it is like I said, I sort of agree with you, Roy, that it doesn't necessarily look bad. It's just that it looks. I mean, we've been watching Vince McMahon on television for 50 years. Okay, he's been clean shaven and had the same thing for 50 years. It's the first time we've ever seen him with a mustache. It is a bit odd. That's what I'll say. It's a bit alarming. It's like, fucking Al Roker showed up with, wearing an afro all of a sudden. And you're like, what the hell?
You gotta respect the guy. Yeah, you gotta respect the guy. He's trying something different. Maybe one day I'll shave my beard, and you'll all be shocked.
Oh my God.
The day he does that, Dave, I'm going to add a hair transplant. So then you could try to do the Selman Rusty bit. I'm going to take my hat off and I'm going to have a full head of hair and you're going to think you're in the psycho world. You're going to think you're tripping on LSD again.
I'd like to see you with hair.
You and me both. Pray to God for me.
Now, Chris Stanley, how about you in a Vince McMahon type of mustache? Yeah, did you ever do just the good old mustache? Or are you just what's going on these days? Are you growing a beard, or is this a stubble scenario?
This is just a stubble scenario. I can't fucking grow a mustache. I look like fucking John Wayne Gacy. All right, I can't have a fucking mustache.
I actually think you don't look so bad. If I'm looking at what I'm seeing there, you do have the beginnings of a Don Mattingly, which is always a good thing to me.
I'm not rocking the Mattingly either.
No, because the Mattingly is good. He starts the handlebar, but then just quits on it. So there's an element of class, but then there's an element of kind of bad acidness where he's kind of beginning the handlebar. And it's like you can do the Mattingly with a tuxedo, but you can also do the Mattingly with a fucking baseball uniform on.
Well, I mean, he proved it.
Exactly. See? I'm just saying, you might want to think about that.
Maybe I'm looking at the wrong guy, but the Chris in my camera, he's already got a mustache.
That's what I'm saying. He has the beginnings of a Mattingly. I don't know why he's fucking rejecting this shit.
I'm not rocking the Mattingly.
Bob Gable in the chat says Chris would look like the guy who tries girls to the railroad tracks if he had just a mustache from the old silent films.
You think so?
I just think.
See, I don't think that Chris has a thin mustache. I see bushy. If anything, I see 70s cop type of guy, cranky. He's hungover. He's too old for this shit while he has to chase some, fucking perp down.
My beard and my mustache it gets very wiry. It's a very wiry beard. It doesn't get bushy. Like I wish
every man's beard is wiry. It's pubic hair.
Then don't grow it, Chris, because then people will say mean things on Reddit like, it looks like you have a trans man's beard, and it'll be 3 a.m. and you won't be able to sleep because you're like, what does a trans man's beard look like?
Okay,
and
Robert, we don't need you.
Heard.
I know, Robert, I'm moving on with my show. It's not Robert's confession of fucking comments he sees about himself on Reddit. No, Robert, I'm actually moving on. Thank you.
May I ask a legitimate question about this merger, Dave?
Yes.
Do you think there will be more going in between? I've heard people say that, like, once you're done with UFC, you go to WWE, it'll be an easier transition. But do you think also be like when guys get injured and they still want to help them make money. Do you think that'll be an option? Do you think it'll be more fluid like the Lesnar situation?
This is what I'm saying. I think that there's going to be a lot of crossover, and while I'm thinking that maybe some in the WWE aren't going to care, the UFC people will probably care. Yeah. You know, they're not going to like this, but I can give a shit as long as they don't charge us for pay-per-views now. See, that's the rumor that we hear, is that instead of getting the pay-per-view on Peacock, if you pay for your $9.95 premium subscription, which I do, WWE could go back to the $50 or as high as $70 pay-per-view. If that happens, WWE, fuck off. I'm gone. Stanley Mac and I will be saying goodnight to our now 8-year wrestling podcast, because there's nothing the WWE or AEW or anything is worth $50 to $70 for 3 hours. Nothing that they do. I've watched fucking 35 years of wrestling, even with a cool surprise or someone's coming out or this or that, Undertaker's back.
Oh, HBK. Yeah.
It's not worth
Super kick.
$50 to $70. So you will be losing me as a fan. You will be losing a lot of people as a fan if you go back to that antiquated pay-per-view model. Seriously.
Not even AEW? Does AEW have pay-per-views?
I don't watch them. I'm this close from fucking leaving AEW. The only reason why I'm watching them is because I do a wrestling podcast with my son. But ever since the CM Punk fucking debacle in September, the entire promotion is just absolute shit.
What happened with CM Punk?
He got into a fight with vice presidents who also are wrestlers.
What?
And
yeah, so it was all staged to begin with.
No, it wasn't staged, believe it or not.
Not like the Attitude Era, for real.
That's a problem with their business fucking plan. They have wrestlers in the executive position.
Oh, yeah. You never, ever, ever have a wrestler as the booker or promoter or vice president, in the same way that you shouldn't have a radio guy running a radio station, because we would make every promo about us or our show or what we're doing. And we would say to fuck all with everyone else on the on-air staff. I need to promote myself at all times. That's why shouldn't do that.
Hold on. I'm looking at Walmart's fucking executive leadership, and it seems Bastion Booger is their CTO. That doesn't. I guess I'm wrong.
I'm glad Mr. Booger landed on his feet, though. All right, it's been at least 30 years since we saw Mr. Booger in a WWE ring. Andrew, we were really having good momentum before. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Mr. Champion. Hi, Chris.
Hey.
Andy here. I have a medical issue.
What is it?
I'd like to discuss with you.
He has a medical condition he wants to talk to you about.
Okay.
Ever watch football? Get an uncontrollable erection?
Oh
no. I can control my erections for the most part, despite what I'm watching at the time.
Mines are dependent on the tides.
Andrew, is that it?
Andrew, can you answer their question, and we'll worry about things in a second?
Whatever's happening over there, when you have to do a question, just fucking read it. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Champion.
Is there more to say? You could just end it. You could say I'm done with the question. Do you have more to say?
Hang on a second. Dave, do something. We'll go back to the question. There's a problem over here. Sorry.
Okay. We'll go back to the
this is some behind the scenes fucking drama, and I'm here for it, guys. I can't believe I was here tonight of all nights.
Chris, sometimes I wonder who snaps faster. Old school, because I don't know how you are anymore, but old school. Chris Pepper Stanley, the producer of the Ron and Fez show, let's say circa 2009, or Robert 2023. Robert goes, he right now, I think he's snapping at Andrew.
I think I could hear some slapping going on in the background.
He's grabbed Angel by the lapels and slapped him. Chris, who do you think has it? Because you used to. Are you still that way? I don't see you as much that way anymore.
I try to fucking be calm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sure, back in the day, would I scream and throw things? Oh, yeah.
Things that were like any sort of like little challenge or obstacle, you would sometimes lose your mind. And I'd say, you know, that's what life is. It's a little obstacle. You jump over it and you're on to the next thing.
Just jump. That's all you got to do.
Now, having said that, I never had to do production in Gillette. And maybe that was a lot of your frustration because I just had to do like things like nizzers and fun things like that. You had to load a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah. I had that job. It was not time consuming at all or mind numbing. No. Gotta catch your bus, don't you? I guess I'll just be here by myself.
Andrew, do you want to go on to a new question? You don't have to go with that old question. No?
Okay, Mr. Champion.
I think we should probably stick with that one after all this, Dave.
Yep.
Okay, let's do it.
Hi, Chris. Andy here. I have a medical issue I'd like to discuss with you.
Yes, we know this part. This part about you with the medical issues.
Uncontrollable hard on.
You ever watch football get an uncontrollable erection? Happens to me all the time.
It happens to him a lot, Chris.
Best piece of advice
Switch to soccer?
to when one wants to calm a heart on is to stab it with an oyster fork.
What? Come on, Andrew.
And that's one throw on.
Ew.
That's just a dick.
No.
We're trying to get it not to grow. Hang on. Hang up now and listen to your response.
Okay, a couple of things, Andrew. You can't hang up. It's not a sports talk show on a radio station. What? I am sure about that. We're not. Yeah.
Wait, Dave, are you sure about it though?
I'm sure that we're not on a radio station right now. Otherwise, we're gonna be in big trouble. Angel, I don't want to unpack some of the things you said. Your advice for Pepper, which he doesn't have this issue, only you do. So your advice for Pepper is if you want to calm your heart on, stab it with an oyster fork.
Yes, Mr. Champion. Yes.
Have you done that to yourself, where you have a little fork and?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh my!
Wow.
Okay. Think about something else, Andrew. The old thing is think about baseball or something.
But sports make them hard, though.
Well, yeah. Now that I think about it, sports make them hard.
Wouldn't it be much worse getting your dick cut off if you were hard when it happened?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't
know.
know.
I'm not sure if that is the truth, because I feel like if the dick was hard, it would just be flap and it would come off. But if it was flaccid, I feel like there'd be a lot of cutting, that because the skin is more elastic. So I feel like the cutting process to me would actually be longer. So I actually think if someone were to, you're saying if someone were to take a dull steak knife and just sat down and tried to, cut your dick off.
Yeah.
I think a hard-on would be advantageous in that regard.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Because it's like, if it's flaccid, it's like trying to fucking cut gum.
Yeah, but gum is easy to cut. You just pull on it, you stretch it, and you just...
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
You tried chewing. Oh, yeah. See how well that knife works on that gum. Doesn't work that well.
Got to get a Cutco knife, Dave.
My
Pair
knife's
of
a
nizzers,
German.
maybe. I mean, maybe it's back to the nizzers.
No,
I don't know.
No more nizzers.
Actually,
All right.
Lucy Moody in the chat called for that earlier.
Thank you, Lucy Booty. Wait, Lucy Booty? What the fuck?
Moody.
Oh, Chris, I know you're upset about this. Bobby Knight, legendary college basketball coach since March Madness, since the finals are tonight. We have to report this story. He is battling an undisclosed illness. People are saying he is very, very ill. I mean, we might be losing Bobby Knight soon.
It sounds like he's on the fucking way out.
Bobby Knight has the greatest piece of audio of any coach yelling at his team, of course. The halftime of the Indiana-Purdue game all those years ago. And this is a man who has a real anger issue.
Yes.
And we're going to play you the audio of Bobby Knight yelling at his team, Indiana, you can't fucking lose to Purdue. Listen to this shit. This is an unbalanced individual right here.
Wow. Wow.
It's no surprise that this was the same coach who would go on to strangle one of his players.
Yeah. He sounds like, it reminds me of, I don't know if you ever heard the drummer Buddy Rich, when he was yelling at his band for having mustaches and shit like that, and just making clams while they were playing behind him. And it's like the most fantastic piece of audio. It sounds just like this.
He didn't like his band having mustaches?
He didn't like his band having mustaches. You got to go, but this is the 60s, so he was all about his band being like looking very sharp and clean cut. And I guess they were starting to, grow their hair long, and he went off on him. Yeah,
he would have hated Vince McMahon then, that Buddy Rich.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
We had a coach like this, Dave, when I was playing 8th grade basketball. Yeah. He would always come in the locker room. One of his most famous ones was like one kid hit puberty on the other team, and he scored a bunch of points, and he was just like, you just let that kid score 90 points on you. Merry fucking Christmas. I hope you guys get nothing. And my favorite thread, though, is one of the kid's little brothers would always come to the games, and he was in like 4th grade, and he'd be like, I will go get Luke and play him. And me and another kid who hadn't played yet would be like, you could give us a shot first. We'd be really willing to try.
You weren't. He's yelling at everybody. You're still sitting on the bench.
Yeah, hadn't played yet, and I was like, we could throw it a shot. Maybe.
I can't. What position did you play? Because you don't have a lot of height. Were you a guard?
Yeah, I was a point guard. I have a real quick 3. I'm kind of Riley.
Do you have? I mean, can you dribble with your left?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I could shoot left-handed if you want me to.
I do want to have a Davey Mac Sports Program sports challenge one day on location where we film us playing sports against each other and just
that'd be fun.
Awesome.
I'd love to do that.
Dibs on Chris.
Dave, you just want a squash match, don't you? You just want to.
I do because I want to play sports against all these guys, dude. The other day I went to the basketball court for the first time, since winter hit, and you can ask my kids. If you see him, I started the day 8 for 8. 8 for 8.
What does that mean? 8 for 8.
8 for 8. I was 8 for. I shot the ball 8 times and I made it 8 times. I started 8 for 8.
I thought you won 8 and then you lost 8, like you always say.
It's the 8 threat position, Roy. He can dribble, shoot, pass, steal.
Chris, Roy seems to think that win-loss records are like some sort of weird sports code. Just last week, I was saying like that the Knicks are, 48-32, and Roy's like, what is that supposed to mean, Dave?
Yeah. 46
It's gonna be shit.
Yeah, right now they're 46-33. If you ask me, that doesn't sound very impressive. That sounds like they lost just as many games as they won.
No. 46 wins, 33 losses from a New York Knicks team that in this century has been a disgrace is actually a vast improvement than what we've seen. We've seen some New York Knicks teams barely win 20 games with 50-plus losses.
Wow.
Okay. This team's over 500, and they're over 500 double digits. No. We've seen some horrendous Knicks teams in this century. So this is a good start. Pepper, draft, NFL draft. You're the football king. Who are we looking out for?
I think C.J. Stroud's going to be the guy, and I think the Panthers are going to take him.
Will C.J. Stroud be the guy over? Who's the other big-time QB that they're all talking about?
Bryce Young.
Yes. Will C.J. Stroud be bigger than Bryce Young out of Alabama?
I believe so, because fucking Bryce Young, he's a little guy. I mean, he just doesn't have that. Like,
yeah, but he also reminds me of the guy on the Eagles.
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is fucking 60 pounds heavier. It's all muscle, and Jalen Hurts is.
He's that much bigger. He's that much bigger than Young.
I'll look it up right now.
60 pounds. Jesus.
Yeah. Bryce Young is 194 pounds, and that's the NFL saying that. So he might be like 180 or something.
Oh, come on.
Bump that up.
What's so? How come this guy can't put on some weight, for Christ's sakes?
All right, so he's 30. He's got 30 pounds on him. So it was a little hyperbole, but
Jesus,
30 pounds of fucking straight muscle.
30 pounds. All right. But you know what? Bryce Young got to get those, biggest gainer milkshakes or whatever the fuck it is you do at the GNC and put the goddamn weight on. Eat some cupcakes, have some pizza, put the weight on, hit the gym, and let's get going here.
Look, I want it, Dave. I don't know if he can do it. That's the fucking problem. And then there's that other kid, I think Anderson. Hold on.
And who am I looking out for? What do you think about my New York Football Giants getting Darren Waller, tight end from the Raiders?
Oh, it's great. It's fucking fantastic.
How far will my New York Football Giants go?
I don't know, because they also still don't have a wide receiver. I mean, they got Richie James and Slayton. Okay, that's great.
They re-signed Shepard.
And they're okay. Guys who can't stay healthy, and they are dumped almost $100 billion into Daniel Jones.
I know.
Mantra brings up about Young. He's only 5'10". Do you think that'll have a major effect?
I mean, Drew Brees was small. He's short. Drew Brees is they say is 5'11".
Drew Brees had fucking Sean Payton. And Drew Brees was Drew Brees. I mean, I don't know what their college numbers were. I don't know.
Listen, I know it's a different league, but everyone says Vern Troyer was really good in the USFL for a few years.
Really? I didn't know that.
Andrew, quickly ask Pepper a question. I have to talk to him about football. Okay, Jesus.
Yes, Mr. Champion. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Biggs here. you know what, buddy? I need some more naked pics of you for my Pepper Only fans page.
What? That you started?
Yeah. Thanks in advance, Sweet Hawk.
Okay, Chris, you don't have to answer that. First of all, number one, you started an OnlyFans page without his consent. And did you say you needed more nude pics of him?
Where'd you get the first ones?
We're a little bit alarmed at that. Did you
AI'd? Are these AI fucking nudies of me?
Is it AI photo or are you once again secretly installing cameras into people's bathrooms?
Secretly.
So you're doing that. Did you put it in his toilet again?
Yes, Mr. Champion.
For a butt shot? I'm sorry, Chris. Yes. This is the second time we found him doing this.
I don't want he puts things in the water. At my butthole, and I'm not making money off of it.
He likes. Andrew, seriously, ask him a real question because actually, the more I think about it, I'm disturbed. Okay.
Give us 1 second over here, Dave.
There is
Andrew's
something
mic just
going
cut
on.
out. Andrew's mic just cut out. I'm sorry. Give
Andrew's
us
mic
1
just
second.
cut out.
Yeah. Hang on. We got to switch mics.
Don't worry. He's going to switch the microphones. Chris,
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes.
What about him?
Can he tie Brady with 7 Super Bowls? He got to 2.
He got to 2. He's been to 3 Super Bowls. I don't know. The way he plays a lot different than Brady. Can Reed stay there? Does Reed want to? Reed's old as fuck, and he's not exactly a healthy man. I don't think
Mahomes is what, 27? Around there?
27, yeah.
All right, so if let's say Mahomes plays 13 more years, he's going to play till he's 40.
Okay.
That's 5 Super Bowls in 13 years. I mean, it's doable if they go on. The thing about Brady, which really is crazy, is when you really look at it with what he did with the Patriots, it almost was 2 separate dynasties under one gigantic dynasty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he had a 3 and 4, and then it was 3 and 5 was the other 3, I think, right? 3 out of 4 started the career for sure. Yeah. And then I think he ended his Patriots with 3 Super Bowls in 5 years. That's insane. Mahomes needs like a stretch where he does win 3 out of 4. Or I think if Mahomes goes back to the Super Bowl this year and wins this year, then he has a chance. But he needs that Super Bowl 3 in the next 3 seasons.
And he has to have role players around him. He's got Kelsey,
but
Kelsey's getting fucking old. For a tight end. He's what, 31 or something, 32?
Right.
That's getting old. I mean, he's the fucking number 1 tight end for fucking however many seasons now, but how long is that going to last?
I agree.
If he's going to do it in Brady fashion, he would bring in the new player now who gets mentored by Kelsey, who starts to shine in the Super Bowl, and then is like, this is our go-to guy in the next season,
Maybe it's ex-Giant Kadarius Toney. Maybe.
Jesus Christ, that fucking guy. Andrew, okay, now you have time for your question now? Oh, I can't hear you. I think that's the bad mic. They switched and they gave you the bad. Go ahead.
Talk. Mr. Champion.
All right, you're good. Go ahead. Ask away, buddy.
Hello, Pepper. I'm peppering you with questions.
You are.
This, so you know. You're in my top 4 greatest of Peppers of all time.
Oh my God! You made his top 4 Peppers list.
Congrats, Pepper.
That's really awesome. That's the end of the question, right, Andrew? Because I feel like that's a nice way to end it for a change.
Yeah.
So that's it, Andy. You have no more, right?
I have more, Mr. Champion.
You have more. Oh. Got more.
Only behind Pepper Potts, number 2. Pepper Pig, number 1. Because I can turn her a plate of sausage. The good news is go ahead of Pepper Spray.
I mean, third favorite.
Reasons.
Okay, Andrew. Chris, you're in top 4 Peppers behind Pepper Potts, number 2 from Marvel. Pepper Pig, because he likes, that's the number 1 Pepper because he can turn that into a plate of bacon, is what he said.
Okay.
Or sausage. I apologize. Mm-hmm. But the good news is you're ahead of Pepper Spray because that's what the hookers at Hunts Point use on him.
Oh God. Just stop going there, Big A. Please just stop.
I mean, you shouldn't go to Hunts Point so much. It's creating issues for you.
Stop
Understand?
Going. He dropped his mic, Dave. Big A drank a 4 Loco tonight, and I don't know what's going on over there.
They still is that a vintage 4 Loco? I mean, they still sell
Show
those.
him, Big A.
So Andrew's drunk today? Is that the deal?
Yeah, I knew something was up.
I think that's part of what might be going on
today.
Yeah.
Andrew, if you're fucked up, then I want you just to get rid of. Okay, finish these questions off quickly, faster. Let's go. I guess not. I guess what?
Chris. Hi, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mind if I
He's
call
waiting for you to
Chris?
say hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
I feel like we know each other,
Yeah.
especially after our OnlyFans business has taken off.
I'm not aware of this. Okay.
Apparently it's doing well, Chris. I mean, your OnlyFans business with Andrew is doing well. Those butthole shots from Peppa going through the roof.
Quick question.
Pussy.
You like my ass? Look at me.
You like his ass?
Look at me.
Yeah.
Dancing.
Sure, Big A. Oh. That's
Big A's
I don't
gonna
know if
tear an
that's
ACL
dancing.
in my apartment.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
Oh,
Andrew,
okay,
sit
that's
down.
dancing.
Sit. We're going on.
Look at me.
No.
Dog.
Yeah,
Look at
my
me.
ass. Ha ha ha.
He's a guest. We don't shout at the guests. Look at me. You can't be this intoxicated. Christopher, Kentucky Derby.
Haven't been following. Who's the favorite?
I don't know. I'm coming to you.
Hold on.
Isn't Kentucky Derby usually in April?
May.
May. Yeah.
Oh, it's in May.
Mhm.
Where? How was I? Oh, fucking Masters. That's what I was thinking about.
That's
next week.
Yes,
Yeah.
you were thinking about the Masters. You have no idea.
No, Masters are in April. That I do know, and I do know Kentucky Derby's in May because it's hat weather.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Andrew, finish it off. You have one question left, and then that's it.
Hi,
Hey.
Pepper.
Hey.
Big A again.
Yeah.
Sorry, but tonight I was
There you
on LSU.
Okay.
I'm going to see you. Going to leave you alone now. Just talk to the giant pink turtle that's. I'm sitting next to me.
Okay.
On good day.
Okay. Good day. Goodbye, Andrew.
Good
He was
day,
on
big
LSD.
All right.
He apologizes.
Makes
So I
sense.
guess hopefully there's no OnlyFans. So I mean, hopefully that was just the acid.
Real
I mean, it
quick,
depends. It depends on how much money he's making because hopefully you're saying, well, I mean, if we're getting like a ton of subscriptions here, Chris, I mean, me and him got something going, we just need a few more fucking ass shots from you. And we're going to, have this guy.
Passive income due to my asshole.
Well, you asked if it was AI, and Big A said no, but I think he lied because when he got here, he actually showed me an AI of you AIing. So it was you naked stepping over a Big A on the ground.
Okay, I have no idea what that even means. Now listen,
Like Allen
Chris.
Iverson?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Allen Iverson.
Mr. Champion.
Wait, yes?
I'm the favorite of the Kentucky Derby. I'm going to be Forte.
Forte. Thank you, Andrew.
A major win in the Florida Derby.
Okay, so Forte is your Kentucky Derby favorite, Chris. Do you like Forte?
Who's the jockey? Will Forte?
Oh, he got you, Andrew. He got you so hard. Andrew. He just, no, that's it. That's it. That's the end. I was going to talk to you about the Yankees, but we're going out on that note. I mean, no, seriously. Oh, look at him. He's taking the shirt off. Okay, everyone. Did. I got my kid. No, that's it, Andrew.
Yeah,
Andrew,
fucking-
he killed you.
Yeah.
He killed you with the 4-wheel Forte, Andy.
McGruber.
No,
Yes, you
Andy,
did.
see you later, buddy.
All right, buddy.
All right. Chris, fantastic. Final thought. We loved having you on the show.
Love being here.
Maybe May before the Kentucky Derby. I thought
All right.
Kentucky Derby was in April like a fucking idiot. That's half of the reason why I even brought you here.
Mint juleps, fucking Kentucky
May.
Derby.
Okay, that's my
Rails, fucking OnlyFans.
Okay.
It's gonna get fucking wild.
fault. That's my fault. We may have to get you in May, regardless of whether you want to or not, because
You
I
guys
thought the
got any
Kentucky.
Adderall?
Well, I'll send you some Adderall. You need it? You need some Adderall?
Take some Adderall, Ativan, whatever.
All right. If that's what it takes to get you on the DMSP, we'll get you some Adderall. No big deal.
It makes me horny.
Listen, we're like the fucking producers from Boogie Nights over here. We'll get you blow. We'll get you fucking Adderall. We'll get you whatever the fuck you want.
Just fuck the Adderall. Then who needs that?
Oh, Big A, Andrew Gold, fantastic. I hope you enjoy those locos. And Robert, thank you very much. It's going to be interesting to see how you can get Andrew out of your apartment now, because I think he's going to be camped in there for the next 5 hours.
Yeah, it's not going to be good, but hopefully I will be out by tomorrow, where you can see me at 7 p.m. at the Stand on Ray DeVito's show. It'll be a lot of fun, so come on out. Chris, we'll see you there, right?
StandNYC.com.
Stand NYC.
Yeah,
and Chris, people,
Chris.
where can people find you? Of course, Bennington show, and of course, High
Faction Talk, noon to 3, Monday through Friday, and then High Society Radio available wherever you get your podcast. And a lot of people think Standman42069 on Instagram and Twitter is me. It's not. Standman42069 is not.
I've been tagging Stanman42069, so even if it's not you, that person will still be getting tagged in all of my posts.
Got it.
Including the one tonight, for that matter. Roy Harder, thank you very much.
My pleasure, David.
I'm off to watch Danny Hurley of UConn win the national championship. The Yankees, by the way, just real quick, Aaron Judge on pace to hit 180 home runs this year. He's got 2 in the first 3 games. He's hitting over 400. Pretty fucking phenomenal. Anthony Volpe, the new shortstop, looks great. Giancarlo Stanley, the 485-foot home run. I'm very excited. Meanwhile, the Mets, Edwin Diaz and Justin Verlander are having injury problems, so they're fucked. But anyway, that's your baseball talk. Listen, Chris Pepper Stanley, thank you as always. Andrew Gold, Robert, Roy Harder, thank you as always. The Patreons, we have a new Patreon, patreon.com/EastsideDave. We're doing new things, and we have our first bonus show coming up in a couple weeks this month. So make sure you're tuning in for that.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Become a patron, dogs. And that will do it. I'm Davey Mac. Thank you guys so much as always. It's the Davey Mac Sports Program. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.